Uh, Hello friends, today I will start with another use case, that is IoT in the housing application. Okay, so housing means here you can apply the IoT in different housing applications. Okay, so what are the applications are there that I am discussing now? One is the environment monitoring for case of the smart building. If you want to design the smart building, environmental monitoring is also required, and apart from that, maintenance. And another thing is the quality of life. These things are mainly required. Okay, now here, so if when we come to the housing application, so in case of the housing application, you need to monitor the environmental parameters. Okay, so IoT for this one of the parameter is environment monitoring. Okay, so normally if the weather change and climate change, so due to this weather and climate changing in the weather and the climate, so you can see the construction of the building that will also hamper. Okay, so whatever materials you are using for building, so this due to the change in the climate, this material will also give a poor performance. Okay, whatever, suppose you have made a building, and in that building you have used some material. So when you have built that building, that time whatever material you have used, this material is not showing the good performance. Okay, so there are the different kinds of the sensor which can monitor the temperature, weather, and the soil also. Soil moisture and everything, these can monitor by the environmental sensor. Okay, so that's why, so suppose you have, environmental monitoring, that is one of the parameter, because the, so when you come to the housing application, so whether the construction and the building is properly made or not. So for that you have to check the whatever material you have used, this material is proper or not. And at that time, what was the soil condition, what was the climate condition, this thing also can be checked by the environmental sensor. Okay, next come to the quality of life. Next is the quality. Next is the quality of life. Okay, so here in this case, if you want to build a smart building. Okay, so that time you can use the smart meter. You can use such kind of the AC machine or a washing machine. Everything you can design by using the IoT. Okay, so normally, so that's why when you come, if you are using the mobile phone or internet for controlling each and every object present in the, in your home, that means you are getting the good quality of life. Okay, so how you are getting, because whenever I told that in the beginning of the lecture, in different lectures I told that when you want to design the IoT device, when you have built the IoT device, that time the IoT means it can reduce the time and effort. So that means you are getting the good quality of life. Okay, so that's why the whatever housing means building you are designing, this building this is made of, this is normally called as a smart building, right? So for the case of the smart building, if you design each and every object based on the IoT device, which can give the good quality of life. And right, next is the video surveillance. Next is the video surveillance. So here, if you use the normal video surveillance, regular video surveillance, it can only track the, it can only capture some moments and some whether some persons, unknown person, they are entering or not. This can be captured. But the smart video surveillance. Okay, so it is smart video surveillance. So it can not only detect the persons entering or unknown persons entering on a video footage, not only capturing the video footage, it can only capture, it can also capture the detector. Smoke detector is also connected with the video surveillance. So everything can be detected. Fire alarm and the fire and smoke both can be detected by the one particular sensor which is associated with the video. And for if you are building, you are making a building that time also. So for whether the construction is properly done or not, for checking this thing also you need a video camera. Okay, video surveillance. So that's why the for building a, for making a house, or if you are already staying in an apartment, if you want to see the whatever persons are entering in a building, and whenever they are entering a building, this can be captured by the video surveillance, right? So video surveillance is one of the parameter when we want to design the IoT for the housing application. And quality of life, here also you can see. So if quality of life, that is also associated with the video surveillance. Okay, and next is the maintenance. So here also is going to check the power consumption and fuel consumption. So if any failure is there on, if we're designing the smart meter, so if any failure is there or not for making the smart meter, this thing also can be tracked by the IoT device. Okay, so that is also related with the predictive maintenance. So thoroughly 24-hour checking is no person and is required for checking the 24-hour whether the machine is working proper or not. The power machines or fuel machine is working proper or not, right? So we can design an IoT device which can give a 24-hour data according to 24 hours. Okay, so each and every moment data we can capture by using the IoT device. Okay, for so if some failure, if then tomorrow, if the coming days is some failure is there, so you can check and you can repair those equipments. So that is one of the parameter maintenance. Maintenance means it's not about the fuel and the power related issue. It's related to another anything, whatever equipments are present in your house or apartment. So for that you can improve the maintenance. Okay, so rather the degradation of the device, you can any equipment you can easily repair. So when if this small amount of failure is there, so that time you can repair properly. This is about the maintenance. So you can you can get the good quality of life when you design a IoT for the housing application. And video surveillance and maintenance, this can be improved by using the IoT device. So now come to the architecture of the when you design the IoT for the housing application. So normally in any kind of the architecture of the IoT, first is the sensor, network, cloud, analytic, then actuator. Each and every component, this is also related to the different kind of the layers. Okay, so but when you come to the IoT in housing application, so you need only three layers. Three layer can give the entire IoT entire output. Okay, so what are the three layers are available? So you can define as these three layers, like first is the perception layer, perception layer, network layer, and then application layer. So today I share with share some concept related to perception layer and network layer, and the next coming lecture I'll discuss with the application layer. So perception layer, that is mainly associated with the sensor. So perception layer, that this is also I discussed in another previous lecture. So, what is the principle of this layer? So, it can only detect the our input. Okay, what will be based on the requirement, application requirement, it can only detect the input, or data can be collected by the perception layer. Right. So after the data is collected by the perception layer, this data can be transferred from perception layer to application layer through the network layer. Okay, network layer is a bridge between the perception layer and the application layer. You need some channel through which data can be transferred from one layer to another layer. So this network layer is required. After that, application layer, when data received by the application layer through the network layer, so this data can be transfer to the user. Okay, so based on the user, whatever this is the interaction between network, IoT platform and the user. Whatever requirements are required for the user, so this kind of the actual action can be taken by the application layer. So that means the actuator is also related to this application layer. So I told the sensor in the whole main architecture is sensor. Okay, sensor, network, cloud, analytic, and actuator. Sensor is related to perception layer, network and cloud related to network layer, and analytic and actuator both are related with the application layer. So here, so you can divide this five component into the three parts, right? So here I told you perception layer that is related to sensor. Network means you can give it is a communication channel. So the perception layer. So in the perception layer, normally sensor. Okay, what kind of the sensors are required for making the perception layer, right? So first I told that so one is the WSN, wireless sensor network. So when we want to detect different kind of the parameter related to environment, related to video surveillance, so this kind of the each and every kind of the different kind of the sensor can be integrated through the different network in a one sensor. Okay, that is called the wireless sensor network. Different kind of the sensor can be connected in a one component through the different sensor, different wireless node, right? So this is about the wireless sensor network. So by using the wireless sensor network, you can track building occupancy and temperature, pressure, humidity, any kind of the environmental data can be tracked through the WSN sensor, and any person's occupancy. This thing can be also detected by the WSN sensor. Environmental parameter. Detection of person inside the building. This different. So for environmental parameter, different sensor. Suppose five sensors are required, and for detection of the person, motion detector sensor is required. So each and every sensor can be assembled in a one network by using the wireless. Right, so that's why it is wireless sensor network. So you can use the wireless sensor network for designing IoT and IoT application. Next is the video. So number of persons are present in the inside the building. This thing can be detected by the video surveillance. Okay, and suppose if we're making a building, so the transportation of the material from one location to another location, this thing also can be detected by the video surveillance. And number of persons. These are the examples, right? Number of persons and transportation of the any material. Okay, number of persons and the transportation of the material. This thing can be detected by the video surveillance and video camera. Okay, so you need WSN network as well as separately you also need a video surveillance for designing IoT in housing application for case of the perception layer. And another kind of the sensor you can define in perception layer, that is the RFID. So it can provide a radio frequency for detecting or for tracking any kind of the object present inside the house or inside the building. So a radio frequency in the identification device. Okay, so it can give the RFOA for tracking any kind of the objects, multiple objects. So this thing can be used by the RFID sensor. For different housing application based on your requirement, you can use different sensor, WSN or video camera or RFID sensor. Next come to the so for related to WSN already so many research papers are published. Okay, in one research paper I have seen that they've used the WSN network. Okay, so for monitoring the temperature, accelerator, and the have magnetic sensor for measure for so in this WSN network they have assembled temperature sensor, magnetic sensor, and the accelerometer. All sensors are connected in a WSN network. In another paper, I have seen that in the WSN network, they have used the carbon dioxide detection sensor, temperature, humidity, pressure detection sensor. All the sensors are assembled in a WSN network. This I have seen in one research paper. So the link of the research paper I will you can see in my description box in the link of the research paper. And now come to the network layer. So network layer data this is used for transforming the sensor data from input to the output. Okay, based on the requirement. So data can be so the analog data or digital data can be transferred through the network layer. So here you can see the sensor input in a network, actuator output. This is about the block diagram of the network layer. So in this network layer, normally in every applications, okay, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, these two things you can use also along with this you can use the ZigBee. So in housing application also based on your requirement you can use either you can use the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or ZigBee. Wi-Fi that is also giving the radio wave for the local area network, and Bluetooth that is normally used for the small device application, and ZigBee normally it is used for the low power consumption. If you need one device for low power consumption, so for this thing you can use the ZigBee. So all are the communication network protocol. So through which you can send the data from the processing layer to the application layer. Right, so Bluetooth normally for Wi-Fi is mainly used for the computer large device. Okay, mobile, yeah. And Bluetooth normally used for the MP3 player, music player, and in mobile phone you can use the Bluetooth. So normally that is associated with the small device. And ZigBee data tool, if you need any device which the low power consumption is required for that, you can use the ZigBee. So in housing application, so making a device for housing application, also you can use any of the communication protocol. Better you use the ZigBee. right? So in case of the network layer, I have seen the some research paper. So they have proposed different kind of the network protocol. In this network protocol, they have used the application layer, network layer, as the sample of the data format, all are integrated in a one network protocol, application layer, network layer. And another, they have also used the proposed model. In that, they have seen, they have integrated, they have included the link layer architecture. And the data frame or packet layer is also we can include for case of the network. So this is the basic thing. So you can also modify the network layer and network architecture in different way based on the application layer, network layer, link layer, different architecture you can use. So you can go through those papers, you can understand that how they are implemented, how they have included those layers. So thank you for watching my channel. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.